Hi guys, welcome back to the fifth video of this beginner C# course. This is a short but a very important one because today we will be learning how to apply all the concepts that we have learned till now. Variables, console.writeLine, concatenation, data types. So do your revision. Anyways, today we will be learning about typecasting and why do we even need it. So let's get started. Now what is typecasting? Typecasting is basically when you assign value of one data type to another data type. That's it. It's that simple. So there are two types of typecasting: implicit casting and explicit casting. Now don't get overwhelmed with the words. So implicit casting is used when we want to convert a data type of lower precision to a data type of a higher precision. This is why this is the safest kind of typecasting because there is no loss of data. Now let me explain how. See, for example, you have an integer with value 2. So now you are converting it into a data type of a higher precision like a float. So the value will remain exactly the same, which is 2. Hence there is no loss of data. So let's try it out. First we will create a variable called mylnt of type int, then assign it a value of, let's say, 5. Now on the next line we will create another variable called myFloat of type float and we will assign the value as myint. Now if we print this using console.writeLine command, the result will be a float, not an integer. So what is happening here is that it is automatically converting it into another data type. This is why it is called implicit casting. Now explicit casting is just basically the opposite. It is used when we want to convert a data type of a higher precision to a data type of a lower precision, like a float to an int. Now you may lose data while using explicit casting. Let's see an example for this also. So I will create a float called myFloat and assign it a value of 2.5. Now on the next line I will create a variable called myint of type int and then we will assign it a value of myFloat. But this type of casting is not automatic like implicit casting. Here we have to manually add in the data type we want to convert it to. To do that, mention the data type before the assigned value in brackets. Now when we print myint, you can see that it prints out 2, not 2.6. It has lost some data as it has converted it into an integer. There is one more way we can do typecasting, that is through built-in commands, which are these. And I assume these are pretty self-explanatory, though still, here is a list of all these commands and what do they do. Pause the video and go through it. By now you should know this, but if you are new to this course, then I must mention, if you have any doubts you can join my Discord server. I'm sure we will help you out, or you can just ask it in the YouTube comment section. Now using this, let's convert a bool into a string. So I will create a variable called isSleeping of type bool and assign it a true value. Now on the next line, I will type console.writeLine convert dot to string and inside these parentheses we will put the isSleeping variable. Now if we run the program, you can see true, which is of type string. So that's pretty much all you need to know about casting. Though if you wish to go into depth and read more about it, I will make sure to provide a link in the description. Now let's move on to the next part of the video. So I told you all these things about data casting, but why do we even need to convert one data type to another? So a lot of time this is not required, but sometimes it is. One such a situation may arise while taking user input. Now how do we take user input? To do so, we use the command console.readLine. So let's see how we can use it by writing a program that asks user for their name and then on the next line it prints it onto the console. So first we will print the question to the console using console.writeLine. I'm sure by now you can do that by yourself. Then on the next line we will type console.readLine. and store the value in a name variable of type string. So whatever value the user will type, it will be stored in the name variable. Then on the next line we will type console.writeLine. Then inside parentheses your name is, then use concatenation to add the variable, and then a semicolon. And now if we run the program, you can see first it asks us our username. So let's enter the big mug and press enter, and now it prints your name is the big mug. Now let's look at another example. What if we write the same program to ask the user their age and store it inside an int and then print it onto the console? You will get this error which says cannot implicitly convert type string to an int. This is because the computer assumes input as string by default, so we have to go ahead and manually convert it to an integer. So here we will use convert.toInt32 command to do that. Now what it's doing is that whatever the user will enter will be converted to an int and stored inside the age variable. And now if we run the program, you can see it asks us our age. So let's go ahead and enter 15 and press enter, and the program prints out your age is 15. So what we did there is we typecasted the age from a string into an integer. Now I hope you understand what typecasting is and why do we need it. Now if you are confused, practice this assignment question, and if you are not and you are somehow a super genius, then also you must practice this assignment question. So today what we have to do is try to ask the user how many chocolates does he have, and then on the next line print here are, then the number of chocolates then for you. Let me know if you were able to answer the assignment question in the comments. So I hope you tried. Here is the solution. So first we print how many chocolates you have using console.writeLine. Then we take user input using console.readLine and store it into an int called number of chocolates. Then we typecast it into a string and join them or use concatenation to print them onto the console. And if you run the code, you can see it runs perfectly. Congratulations for making it to the end. That's it for this video. See you in the next one.